insights, picks, results. This is Wizard Sports Picks. Beyond the Lines.
Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Lines presented by Wizard Sports Picks for Sunday, June 7th. Ian Cameron with you. And we are going to talk UFL football. It's UFL Semifinal Sunday. We have two semifinals taking place in the UFL today. And we will preview one of the two semifinals on this edition of Beyond the Lines. Before we get to that, we want to remind you to check out wizardsportspicks.com. Great handicappers on the website, tons of them. Get on board with daily premium picks, long-term subscription passes available as well. It's been a great run from day one for me at Wizard Sports Picks. Number one overall in all sports. Number one in NFL this past season. Number one in NHL currently. A profitable NBA season. I mean, it's been really good. CFL is now underway, and I expect great results there as well. So make sure you check it out and get on board, wizardsportspicks.com, and make sure you enter your email address on the homepage to get free picks sent to you each day. And also check out the YouTube channel. Tons of content being posted to the Wizard Sports Picks YouTube channel every day. Make sure you check that out. All right, let's get into it. It's UFL semifinal number two, the second of the two semifinals. We've got the Louisville Kings and the St. Louis Battlehawks doing battle. St. Louis, 1.5-point home favorites, 45.5 the total in this game. The Louisville Kings, down the stretch, no team hotter, no team playing better in the UFL than the Louisville Kings. And when you look at this matchup, the way they are playing right now, it has been extremely impressive. Chandler Rogers has been spectacular, and I didn't see this coming, because the season started with Jason Bean as the quarterback. He gets traded, and he really wasn't that bad, but the offense was kind of hit or miss. But Chandler Rogers, and when he first took over, the offense didn't really perform, but boy, game or two, start about a couple of games into Chandler Rogers taking over, and the offense just started to hit their stride, and they have been a machine pretty much ever since. They have scored over 30 points per game in every game except for a loss to this St. Louis Battlehawks team. But Louisville's playing a lot better now, even better, I think, now than they did during the time that they lost to the St. Louis Battlehawks. Now, St. Louis does have an excellent defense that's very capable, but there are a couple of injuries in their secondary for this game. There's a couple of key starters, two of their better players in that secondary that are going to be down and out and not playing. And that could be trouble against a Louisville offense that certainly with Chandler Rogers at quarterback, it's been humming. The offensive line has been pass protecting. They've been opening up holes for the run game. They're just playing with an extreme level of confidence right now. And I think even with that St. Louis defense being pretty good, they've got some injuries in the secondary. Louisville's offense has been rolling and been putting up points against anybody. I think that's going to continue here in this game. The Louisville defense has also improved as the season's gone on, no question about that. And the St. Louis offense, even since getting the king of spring football, as he's called, Luis Perez, back as their quarterback, things have been inconsistent for the St. Louis offense. They've had problems finishing drives, red zone efficiency issues, red zone problems, turnovers. There's been some real problems with the St. Louis offense. But you would think here on their home field, inside the dome, where weather won't be a factor, there's still a reasonable chance that St. Louis can get their offense at least back to a level where they're playing a little bit more consistently than they were down the stretch of the regular season. Keep in mind, too, Sal Canella, he's been a great tight end in spring football for a very long time. He rejoined the St. Louis Battlehawks late in the regular season. I would expect him to have a lot more chemistry now with the extra time to practice now for him and Luis Perez. So I think that that connection will be stronger here for the St. Louis Battlehawks offense in this game. And they do have an outstanding array of receivers. When you think of Isaiah Winstead and Tarek Black and Lucky Jackson. I think there's a couple of those guys may get NFL training camp looks in the summer, but yeah, they have a great receiving core. And I think even though Louisville's defense has been pretty damn good, I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be possible for them to completely shut down St. Louis, and I think the time off should benefit the St. Louis offense. I think both teams are going to put up points here. So I like over 45.5. But as far as the side goes, I know St. Louis won the regular season meeting. This isn't the regular season anymore. Louisville's the hottest team in the UFL entering these playoffs. And to be able to take them plus and get them as a slight underdog, you could get Louisville plus 1.5 here in this game. I have to be on Louisville. And it's not like St. Louis. We talk about the St. Louis home field, too. It is one of the stronger home fields in the spring football, in the UFL here at the Dome. But let's not act like St. Louis has been as good at home lately. They've had some stumbles on their home field. Dallas beat them last game of the regular season in this building. Let's also not forget the Houston Gamblers, team that didn't even make the playoffs, got a big win as a road dog in this venue against St. Louis. So St. Louis's home field just hasn't been as strong down the stretch. I think flat out right now we've got the better team, the hotter team entering this game, catching points. So I will go with side and total for my 2 picks here for this UFL semifinal matchup. We're going to take the Louisville Kings plus 1.5, minus 110, and we're also going to take Louisville St. Louis over 45.5. I like Louisville, and I like this game to go over the total with both offenses doing enough to push this game over the number. So Louisville plus 1.5 and Louisville St. Louis over 45.5 for this UFL matchup on Sunday. Winner going to the UFL Championship game. That's a wrap for this edition of Beyond the Lines. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ian Cameron. Hit the like button on the way out. Enjoy the games and good luck. Have a great Sunday. Make sure you check out wizardsportspicks.com. Thanks for tuning in to the Sunday, June 7th edition of Beyond the Lines presented by Wizard Sports Picks.